BlackRock spot ETFs bought 623 Bitcoin and 6,410 Ethereum, while the rest sold yesterday. This is pretty much referring to the bloodbath that we have seen over the course of the last, few hours, which of course was, due to the DeepSeek launch. AI stocks really got hit today. And, here we are, guys. And I really like how Excel said this. The ETFs are just eating the supply so fast, and I totally agree with that. Remember what we discussed over the last few days. If you're looking at where the smart money really is going, where the big money, remember, you need to keep that factor in mind. Short-term, traders, especially retail, focus on just short-term and just completely forget about what the long horizon holds. Look at it from the previous two cycles as well. That's what I try to teach you guys, whether it's XRP, whether it's Bitcoin. The smart money has been accumulating as much Bitcoin as possible because, like I've said this to you guys, they're not here for the short-term gain. They're here for the long haul, and this is a perfect example of where the demand really is. And as there is a famous saying, be greedy while others are fearful, be fearful while others are greedy. Obviously, that is speaks for itself. But let's take a closer look here and really understand what's happening. Welcome to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, smash that like button. Shout out to the XRP community for showing tremendous amount of love. Cannot thank you guys enough. But yeah, looking across the board, fingers crossed right now. We are going into Tuesday morning, with a lot of green across the market, as we can see. Right now, pretty much the broader market is up. XRP up 8.4%. When I pull out the charts, you could really see what this means, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit more visuals. You're looking at the price, $3.12 right now, up 10% in USD, up 4.6% in Bitcoin, compared with the market cap back almost at $180 billion. And the 24-hour trading volume is at about $13.6 billion. Yes, you've heard that correct. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So look at this, guys. Over $787 billion, yes, you've heard that correct, was wiped out from the U.S. stock market today. And again, we anticipated that, pre-market numbers yesterday were not looking too good. And, when the market opened, we did see a bloodbath. Again, not surprising. Bitcoin reacted earlier because, remember, Bitcoin and the crypto market never sleeps. It never shuts off. It's literally open 24 hours, 7 days a week, forever. You can't shut it down. Bitcoin reacted earlier, which of course caused, the bloodbath earlier for the market, if you notice. Right now, the market is picking up, but like I said, we're going to talk about the charts a little later on, but let's keep going forward. You really want to talk about this because this right here is a massive, massive statement from none other than Brad Garlinghouse. So look at this. Some thoughts on maximalism. Let me say this as clearly as I can. The crypto industry has a real shot here and now to achieve the many goals we have in common if we work together instead of tearing each other down. This is not and never will be a zero-sum game. I own XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, among a handful of others. We live in a multi-chain world, and I advocated for a level playing field instead of one token versus another. If a government digital asset reserve is created, I believe it should be representative of the industry, not just one token, whether it be Bitcoin, XRP, or anything else. Maximalism remains the enemy of crypto progress, and I'm very glad to see fewer and fewer folks ascribe to this outdated and misinformed thinking. Major, a statement coming out from Brad Garlinghouse, really putting, this just garbage. Like, I totally agree. You can't be against one another. At the end of the day, you want to be working together. If Bitcoin makes it as a strategic reserve, I've said this to you guys before, we all got to be happy. If XRP does, all we have got to be happy. But I've stated my personal thoughts with you guys, even though, I do believe XRP is revolutionary and it's speaking for itself. The major moves it's making, it's really something that, people used to completely forget about. And here it is, making these massive moves. And again, under the Trump administration, I think we're about to see Ripple do stuff that, we have never even imagined that it could do. And I think as we go further into the year, really a lot of these things will start making more sense. But I still think Bitcoin is the king of the market, and seen a store of value. Institutions are going crazy over Bitcoin, and it makes more sense to have that as a strategic reserve. But at the end of the day, like I said, only time is going to tell. I could not agree more with this specific statement from Brad Garlinghouse. But look at this. Speaking about Ripple, doing things that, not a lot of people are paying attention to. And what if I told you not a lot of people are still paying attention to this? So Ripple's money transmitter license in the US now add Texas and New York to the list. And you could see so many different jurisdictions, guys. And these guys are not playing around here. And, I think we're about to see a complete shift taking place. We've been speaking about this shift for years and years. And I think it's really about to take place this time around. And I'm, speaking about, like I said, revolutionaries, this kind of sums it up. Let's shout out to Monica Long. So to recap, 70 billion plus in payments volume, 24/7, 360. Again, we spoke about this 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days availability and global network across 90 plus markets, covering 90% of daily FX markets. Payments business doubled in 2024, welcoming new North American customers. And I think this is going to be huge in the year of 2025 and onwards. 60 plus licenses secured globally, including new money transmitter license approval in NY and Texas. Wow. I've never felt more optimistic about the future of crypto, and Ripple sums it up. And, I could not agree more. And I think, the future is going to look bright, especially now, with the brand new administration where, crypto is being treated fairly. This innovation is staying within the U.S. and, people really focusing on the blockchain technology and, the benefits that it really brings. So, this could not be a better time, for crypto. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are excited, and, the price itself speaks for itself right now. We're going to talk about the price, really understand, what we're looking at, and of course, what we could be expecting. So as far as the dominance is concerned, I've mentioned this in my other update, the dominance is still quite high. So as far as the dominance is concerned, even though, we are seeing a little bit of a retracement over the last few hours, it's still quite high, while Bitcoin is considering about $103,000. So, speaking about Bitcoin, this is what I want you guys to, think about. So, Bitcoin right now has seen, a major bounce back up. So, of course, that wick down to the $97,000 yesterday seems to be a non-existence at this point because, Bitcoin is back up to 103,000. But what I said in my HBAR update is that, of course, over leveraged positions. We saw major liquidation numbers. Whales are going to come and step in, to obviously, shake out these longs and shorts that are piling up. And that's exactly what happened. Remember, FOMC meeting coming up in 2 days. That is something very, very important. If it does not go as planned, guess what? Us going back down is still in target. Even though right now you're looking at the market booming, everything looks beautiful, nice and pretty. Let's not get too excited just yet. So that's what I try to teach you guys on a day-to-day basis. But look what XRP was able to do. A moment of silence for the haters, guys. But before we speak about the haters, I really want to say thank you to the people that showed so much support on these last few updates. Just cannot thank you guys enough. So look at this. We made our way down to $2.65, and yes, I called this breakdown towards the downside. And a lot of people stood out and said, "Hey, Crypto ZX, we want to give you your credit, for saying this." And again, I could not appreciate that more. A shout out to you guys for taking your time out to, really appreciate that. And again, I'm not going to be right every single time. No one's going to be right every time, but sometimes, it speaks for itself. I told, in the last few updates about the $3 support line. If we dropped below it, I said, the January 20th is on the table without a doubt. And of course, we went below it. We obviously wicked below for not too long because, of course, Bitcoin dropped down to, 97.7K. But look at this recovery, guys. This recovery is needed to be, really studied. And what I mean by that is, we saw a 18% move back, pretty much where it was before this pullback. What is this showing you? This is showing you the demand that XRP has for itself. And, that there is definitely so much buying pressure that, the price is back to where it left off. And what if I told you if we break out of this key resistance where we currently are, would not even be surprised if $3.26 would be retested. Imagine all the people that panic sold around that range, just seeing the price go back to where it was prior to that pullback. So again, this goes back to what I've said 1,000 times. Do your due diligence research and invest what you can afford to lose, and have patience. Patience is your number one key to follow. You don't want to get shaken out with these swings in a bull market. I repeat, you will see major swings like this. This is not the first, and this won't be the last. We will see more of this, but you want to understand, the overall trend. You want to not ignore the trend. And the trend speaks for itself, gives me the confirmation. And we've been speaking over the last few days, of course, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes down, no matter how bullish a project is looking, everything is going to react to it. And you have seen XRP show us that. But look at the recovery, back to, pretty much where it left off, of showing a significant amount of strength. But even though that's the case right now, we need to kind of pause and look at what's happening in the next few days and kind of realize we could still see a shakeout. Whales could step in to just, shake out all these longs and shorts that were piling up. And then just boom, back down. And, we see this day in, day out. So obviously I want you guys to keep that factor in mind. But as of now, looking amazing. If this resistance is even able to break out, even before the FOMC meeting at $3.26, XRP could still be on the table. But we need to take a look at the bigger picture. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. It's just been absolutely amazing to see. And continue supporting. You will see a continuation of these updates. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.